Okay, so probably one of the first things I ought to do is thank Dead-Eye Dan for bringing me this banjo. Hello. It was one of the first things he did when I met him. I hadn't known him too long, and he just showed up one day and he had this in the truck with him and he said, here.
But he called me up and said he had this banjo that was broke. And I told him, just come on over, bring it, let's have a look. So I'm having a look and I want to show you what it looks like. This is a crack. Runs all down in here on this side. If you flip it over, there's a crack here. And this one will open up. If you give it a little twist, you can see a little gap in there. So I'm going to see if I can fix that.
What I'm going to do first thing, very first thing, and I glued it all up and it's been sitting for quite a while, and I'd like to string it up. Sounds like it might have a good tone to it, doesn't it? First thing I'm going to do is take the strings off and clean it. Wash this here and up in here and all up in here. Just clean it up real good. Then I'm going to put some fresh new strings on it. Of course, sometimes them old strings have a good sound to them, you know. Sometimes I like old strings. They have a kind of a twangy kind of sound. Yeah. I don't know if I want to change them or not. It might be good to keep them. I might save them though. I'm bad about saving old banjo strings, but you know what? Sometimes when you're doing like a gas can, sometimes you can, like these strings here would be big enough, long enough to do a gas can banjo. But that string right there looks pretty good, that 4th string. But I'm going to change them all. I am really. I'm going to change them. I promise. Cross my heart. What I'll do is when I put the new strings on, I'll just put the old strings in the pack. I'm so bad about not throwing things away. I mean, just think about it. You know, here I am worried about throwing away old banjo strings, but dang. What am I good for? I'm good for saving everything. I should have been an evangelist because I'm good at saving everything. Just kidding. Little. My mama wanted me to be an evangelist. I probably could have been one too if I wasn't such a bad sinner. Dang, I say, dang again. I always thought if you was going to be an evangelist, you ought to live an upright life. And upright life wasn't looking all that interesting to me when I was a young boy. I wanted to get out on the road and experience what it was like to be out there, you know. So there went my evangelistic career right there. Okay. I'll put these strings somewhere. I think I'll tie them in a knot. That way they'll all stay together. Don't you guys go running off now. And then I'll tie them in another knot. And then I'll... when I get the string pack, I'll put them in the string pack. Save my bridge, don't let my tailpiece get lost. Get me a little Windex. Now I'll tell you a little tip about doing this here. If you have a banjo with a skin head, you don't want to wash it with Windex or nothing, because that moisture will make the head expand, and then after it dries it'll shrink again. It could pop, so don't ever wet the head on a skin head. But on this plastic head, yeah, you can take a little Windex and shoot that thing. You can also do tricky things like this funny looking frosted cover makes this a little crisper sounding. You can actually sand that off if you want to. It's just a piece of plastic. It's basically got this frosty paint on it, which is like overspray, and it makes the banjo sound a little crisper. And if you take it off there, it'll make it sound, I don't know what it'll sound like if you take it off there. Maybe a little louder, I don't know. But anyway, I'll get me a rag and some Windex and we'll clean that up a little bit.